In fact, first pitch from Coca-Cola Park just about a half hour away, which means top plays from the Pigs will be featured in the months to come. Tonight, though, still just the high school standouts, where student athletes dazzled in baseball, softball, and boys and girls lacrosse over the past week. Let's begin on the diamond, and with some love for the glove. Becca hosting Easton last Wednesday when Red Rovers senior George Thomas crushes a ball out to right. This one labeled for extra bases for sure, except Golden Hawks sophomore Colin Peacock, he's got other ideas. Spectacular leaping grab, important because it kept Becca down by just 3 before the Hawks rallied late for a 6-5 win. From Becca to Banger, where the Slaters have been absolutely surging this spring. Perfect through their first 6 ball games, which includes the team's first win over Notre Dame in nearly 2 years. That came last Tuesday, thanks in part to junior M.J. Sue, who finished 3 for 3 with a couple of singles, a double, 3 runs batted in, and 2 runs scored, as Banger bumped the Crusaders in 5 innings. Slaters won again last night to move to 6-0 on the season. They've now outscored their first half-dozen opponents on the year, 58-18. Northampton Softball, meanwhile, was perfect until last night's loss to Bethlehem Catholic. The K-Kids still an impressive 5-1 out of the chute, picking up that 5th win Friday at Liberty, where senior Emma Fraley starred both in the circle and at the dish. Fraley scattered 5 hits across 5 scoreless frames while striking out 4. While at the plate, she finished 3 for 4 with a homer, 3 runs batted in, and a couple of runs scored. Northampton has posted 59 runs through its first 6 games and will try to get back in the win column tonight at William Allen. Speaking of offense, how about the Southern Lehigh girls lacrosse team, which has tallied 86 goals through its first 5 games. In fact, the Spartans have scored at least 15 tallies in each and every outing so far this spring. Their last triumph coming Thursday, when superstar Reese McIntosh exploded for 4 straight goals after halftime, in sending Southern Lehigh to a 15-11 win over Parkland. The electrifying junior in McIntosh already up to 23 goals and 20 assists this season. Spartans as a group are 4-1 heading into tonight's clash with Nazareth. Southern Lehigh has been one of the early season standouts in girls lacrosse. Freedom's been one of those teams on the boys' side. The Patriots a perfect 5-0 after 2 more wins last week. The first came Tuesday when Freedom earned its first ever victory against Allentown Central Catholic. Alex Hume tallied 4 goals and added a couple of assists in the triumph. The senior then found the back of the net twice on Thursday in a win over previously unbeaten Northwestern Lehigh. It was junior Tony Sullivan who stole the show offensively that night. A hat trick by halftime for Sullivan, who finished with 5 goals in total. The Pates have outscored their first 5 opponents 84-18. They're back in action Thursday against Liberty. Finally, the phrase top plays being used rather loosely for what you're seeing here, but a big shout out to our 2 SEN bowling teams at Sunday's Big Brothers Big Sisters Bowl for Kids' Sake. High score of 119 for our team, going to our host and resident bowling expert Jim Krupka. Cassie coming in second with a very impressive 166. Practice makes perfect there, Cass. While I somehow managed a 149. In fact, 5 of us finished with scores of over 100. First ever Bowl for Kids' Sake for Mike Ventola, and the shot of the day going to Tracy Sear with this between the legs strike. Most importantly, though, over $100,000 raised at this year's event for Big Brothers, Big Sisters of the Lehigh Valley.